Disclaim, 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 disclaim. Neil is not an accountant, nor does Neil play one on the internet, and Neil will now stop talking about himself in the third person. So here's my understanding of sales tax as it pertains if you're selling outside of America in a country that has what's called a tax treaty with America. So that's Europe, Australia, New Zealand, etc., etc., etc. So lots and lots of countries have tax treaties with America. If that is the case, when you apply to sell on Amazon.com, you will fill out a form called a W8BEN. W8BEN. And that is basically a form that you declare that you're exempt from tax in America, because you're paying tax in a country that's in a treaty with America, Australia, for instance, okay? That's what that form does. It basically says to the American government, I'm already paying tax, you don't need to tax me again. So once you've filled that out, then what that means then is you are exempt from paying tax in America on your income made in America selling on Amazon.com. All right. Now, there is a whole thing about sales tax and different states collecting sales tax in America, and it is a complete schmozzle because Amazon's basically says, well, you as the person making sales on Amazon are in control of collecting sales tax for wherever you sell on Amazon. This is if you're based in America, okay? It's a different thing if you're outside, and I'll cover that in a second. But you can make a very, very good argument that because Amazon doesn't let you have any of the customer data at all, in actuality, the customers are not yours, they're Amazon's. And if you read all of Amazon's terms of service, Amazon again and again and again says, you know, it's not your customers, they're our customers. And they say that in a very legalese kind of way. So there's a very good argument to say that you do not need to collect the sales tax. Amazon should be collecting the sales tax. However, I would never ever suggest that you make that argument because it'd probably be an expensive one to make. However, for us in Australia or wherever you are, as long as there's that tax treaty in place, again, it is a very, very grey area. And my advice is that we do not need to collect sales tax because we do not have what's called a nexus within America, all right? And a nexus is a very nebulous term. It just means you don't have some way of being verified within that particular country that you are a tax resident of that country, okay? There's a whole lot more to it than that, but that's pretty much what it means. So if you're in Australia and you're selling in America, you do not have to pay any tax in America, and you do not necessarily need to collect any sales tax in America either. Now, until the American tax code catches up to the fact that most things happen online now, I'm going to say that's probably the best way that I'm going to go, and you'll pay your money and make your own choices on that. Hope that helps. A couple of things that I thought about as well. I can see a couple of people asking me questions here. If you have an LLC, so a limited liability corporation in America, I have one for instance, then no, you do not need to pay any tax in America as long as the only member of that LLC is you. So if you have, a member is a shareholder, if you have another member, aka shareholder, and that other shareholder is American, then that changes everything, okay? And then you've got a nexus in America, and then I think you're probably liable for taxes in America, all right? But you should get advice on that. If you get paid in US dollars, you still do not need to pay any tax as long as you are not in America. If you are selling on FBA, you do not need to pay any tax in America as long as you are tax resident outside of America. And the only time then that would be different is if you were selling FBM and you had your own warehouse and you had employees in America, and then you've definitely got a nexus in America, and that's a whole new kettle of fish. And in that situation, I would imagine you'd be definitely liable for Americans' tax. Hey, Neil here. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie Online Entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. See you soon.